Good afternoon, everyone. We will start the competition in 12 minutes. Second day of competition for the Caparica Success 2024. We will start with the 13 of the round of 64 with the Frenchman in red, Luan O'Neill, blue from Spain, and Gabriel Gola, Eduardo Pato in white from Italy, and from Brazil, green, Namortari. First starters, you have to start thinking to use the water. We will start the competition in 10 minutes, a little bit more. Mas muito boa tarde a todos. Vamos já iniciar a competição daqui a pouco mais de 10 minutos. A bateria 13, a bomba 64. A bateria com 4 nacionalidades. O francês de vermelho, Luan O'Neill. O espanhol de azul, Gabriel Gola. O italiano de branco, Eduardo Papa. O brasileiro de verde, Namortari. Vamos fazer então a bateria 13, 14, 15 e 16 e assim terminar esta ronda 64. Ronda 32 não será hoje, está fora do dia de competição hoje em agosto, ronda 32 e também a competição feminina está off para o dia de hoje. Please be separate. You need to clear the competition area. Under 10 minutes to start. Round of 64 is number 13, red Luan O'Neill, blue Gabriel Gola, white Eduardo Papa, and green Namortari. Fez bateria de 30 minutos, as condições de prova para o dia de bateria de 30 minutos, e cada lado mantém-se ali nos 5 minutos também. Eles têm a possibilidade de entrar ali junto ao pontão e rapidamente estando lá mais. Condições difíceis, desafiantes para os surfistas desta edição do Caparica Success. Mas são as condições que temos e é a única coisa que nós não podemos usar. Artistas nesta primeira bateria, nós temos uma bateria de 30 minutos, certo os nossos relógios a 30 minutos, o tempo tomado pela logo está nos 5 minutos. Please be safe as fully in the competition area. Less than 10 minutes to start. 7 minutes to start, something like that. So please, surfers, clear the competition area. We're about to start second area of competition on this Caparica surface. Please, surfers, por favor, precisamos ir para a área de prova. Saiam da água, por favor. 7 minutos para darmos início à bateria 3, ronda 64, na área do vermelho do ano da França e azul do espanhol Gabriel Roma de branco e Eduardo Papa da Itália e de verde brasileiro na mortal. Aos 4 vou estar com as ondas de Wilson. Alguns já estão na água, estão a entrar agora. Please, surfers, por favor, têm de sair da água. Please, surfers, clear the competition area. Please, we're about to start. Five minutes to start now. 5 minutes to start. Attention, surfers, less than 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes, please hold your position. No more surfing is allowed, surfers. Please hold your position. Less than 5 minutes to start. Please, surfers, please clear the competition area. At least 1 or 2 fish surfers still in the water, so please, fish surfers. Under 5 minutes to start, surfers in the heat, please hold your position. No more surfing is allowed, please. We will start at 12:30. 3 minutes to start now. 3 minutes to start. Please, surfers, please clear the competition area. Less than 3 minutes to start, so please, free surfers. 2 minutes to start now. 2 minutes to start. Surfers in the heat, please hold your positions. No more surfing is allowed. And there's 2 minutes to start now. Já inicia dentro de menos de 2 minutos já. Bateria 13, ronda 64, segundo de prova dos Caparica Surfers 2024. 1 minute to start now. 1 minute to start, surfers, hold your positions, no more surfing is allowed. Surfers, 3 minutes to start now. 3 minutes to start. Just to start with the broadcast.
The World Surf League's European Qualifying Series nears its thrilling conclusion on the Costa de Caparica. We're live from the Caparica Surf Fest. Yeah, there's a bit of rain out there, there's a bit of weather, the Atlantic's been busy, but you know what? We don't care, we're not scared. We're gonna run some heats. Let's go.
Let's go.
Alves, Jervis, Evans, what's going on? Are we surfing?
Stoked.
We competing?
Yes, we are.
We getting points?
Yep.
Prize money?
Yep.
Glory?
Yep. And the Challenger Series spot.
Oh,
Who
there's
knows?
so much yet to happen here in Caparica. We've had a fun day off, big day competition yesterday. We had this morning off while this storm kind of filled in, and we waited for the tide. And I think we're going to be on here, boys. What do you reckon?
Well, I think with the tide filling in, they were waiting for that. We're going to wrap up this round. And there's some really good sections on the inside. I know the weather doesn't look great, but there's some good waves.
Who went for a run along the beach this morning?
I didn't. I went back sleeping. Did you?
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah,
How was the weather?
Had a stretch, had a run. I did really good. I'm really proud of me. Let's have a look at the forecast here and see what's coming our way. Action, I reckon. Plenty of energy, some wet stuff too. What are we looking at, local experts?
So
It all went quiet when I said experts then. No one knew who I was talking to. Chico Owls, what are we looking
morning,
at?
we
He's the
had
local, I'm not.
2 to 3 meter faces. In the afternoon, 1 to 3 meter faces. Side on shore. So I think we're going to see wind throughout the whole week.
Yeah.
But one thing is for certain, talking about tides, once the tide fills in,
Yeah.
I know the wind doesn't affect too much the inside section, so it's where they're going to surf.
Okay, I mean, you're reading that. We can all do that. But is it going to be any good? What's it going to be like? Is it going to be opportunity?
There will be opportunity. If it's looking good, I will say it's not going to look amazing, but there's waves, there's opportunities, and there's swell.
Jervis, let's look into the future. What's your vibe on the coming days? What do we
Yeah,
got?
it looks. If you look at the charts,
Woo!
it looks kind of big.
Yikes.
But we know that Costa de Caparica handles those double ups, and we had a little glimpse yesterday, and we might have a little bit of today as well. So we're expecting to see the surfers surfing the double ups. The onshore will continue, we know that, and there's nothing we can do about it. There's plenty of points and Challenger Series spots on the line. That's going to be an important one.
So, important numbers, 5 meters of swell, 50 knots of wind. That sounds all right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let's
Sounds
go.
like the day to go, eh?
Are we doing it?
Yeah, we are.
We are.
Yeah, we are. We did yesterday, so it's gonna be on. That's for sure.
This is just speculation. Let's go and hear from some grown-ups because Claudia is with our contest director, Hugo Pinheiro.
That's right. We're down here with Hugo Pinheiro for the call.
Yeah, good morning to all. So we wake up, it was very strong onshore winds, so we are waiting for the good tide. And we decided to start now. The tide is coming in, so will be better and better conditions. The best tide that was yesterday, so will be to finish the round last 4 heats, 30 minutes. So we have plenty of time to show the athletes, and it will be a good competition today. The best we can, so choosing the good time of the day to do the rest of the round. That's it.
Perfect. Back to you.
Thank you, Claudia. There we go. So the tide, just getting this bank and focusing some of this madness from the Atlantic and turning it into, we think, some runners, double ups, heavy sections. Let's check out Luan Nogue of France and Hans Odriozola of Spain, Eduardo Papa from Italia, Nemo Caires of Brazil. And there's our first real look at the lineup. Your thoughts, gentlemen. Philly, for the benefit of the viewer, you're pulling something of a face there, mate.
Yeah, it doesn't look pretty, obviously. We have to be honest. But you know what? There's Odriozola. This is what we're going to see throughout the whole day and probably the whole week. Big turns on big waves. We also had a wave for the surfer in green, but Enzo Odriozola starting off. It's not easy. It's hard. The conditions are hard. It's windy, it's rainy, it's big. But you know what? We have a contest to do, and we have a lot of points on the game, and it's very important for the show to continue because there's waves, there's opportunities.
Nemo Caires whipping one and gives it another crack as well. And a little collection off the soup to finish from him. He's down on and inside now. We'll do a couple of duck dives while the judges ponder over the appropriate number to give him. Chico Alves. Big onshore wild, crazy mental Caparica or small, grim Winky Pop. What are you surfing for the rest of your life if you had to choose one?
I'll stick to Caparica. I feel like
Classic
this
Chico.
left sweet wind, and I just love this. And I grew up here, so got used to surf these type of conditions. Really enjoy surfing them, so I'm happy doing it. So don't feel any kind of like special connection with Winky Pops.
I don't know, mate.
I'm gonna give it to Mick.
Have you
I'm gonna
surfed
give
it?
it.
Have
I'm
you
gonna
ever
give it
surfed
to
it,
Mick,
Chico?
to Joel. I just leave them there. They're fine. I know they wouldn't fly all the way over to Caparica, so
Don't know, mate.
we good. We're happy, and I think you should stick to where you feel home. You know,
Yeah.
Have you ever surfed it?
Winky Pop.
Bells and Winky Pop?
Yeah, I surfed for a month, and
That's a long sesh, mate. Did you wean your wetsuit?
I surfed for a month straight
Wow.
without getting out of
Imagine
the
how
water.
wrinkly your
It
fingers
was a
got by the end
4-3.
of that.
I had a 5-4-3 with boots, gloves, and a woody.
Yep.
Felt great to surf it for a month.
But have you been there, honestly?
No, honestly, I've never been there. I feel like every time I go to Ribeiradillas, I feel like I
It's the
arrive to
same
Bells.
place,
Oh, here goes
Bango.
Hans. Wow, super Hans. Another sick turn from him. Slightly overcooks that one, but he's all
And
right.
bang.
Oh,
my
good
God.
finish. So, brother lost out, but he's fired up.
This kid rips so hard. He's really talented. And one thing that I think both brothers have, it's how competitive they are. It's crazy how they put themselves always in a good position to make hits. Look at this turn, Philippe.
Oh, just drifting the tail out the
Crazy.
back, goes around the section, almost loses it there. but the wave just kept on providing another big turn there. So
I like the
they're
last one.
so good technically, both of the brothers. Technically, they're so pristine, so sharp.
I love the last turn. I think it's a different variation on the backside. The
Yeah,
first one, he hit it like really vertical and below the fins, but the last one, he did like a carve on the backside, which
with
is
a lot
something
of power
that,
and speed on a small part of the wave, which is really hard normally.
And normally you see people do that on your front side, not really on your back. There were a few guys over the course of the last 30 years that used to do carves
on the backhand.
Tell me, Goofy.
Bobby Martinez.
That's one, and there's another one. Underrated.
Overrated, mate. Yeah,
No,
massively.
No, but
Really?
Yeah.
there's one that used to do like
Not having him.
Sean Kensdale.
Sean Cancel, yeah, and Adrian Buck, and very good backside carve as
And
well.
there's another one, American one, Nate Yeomans. I think he used to do a lot of carves on his backside.
That's true.
He used to do it.
Back in the day with all the momentum.
I don't want to go to my, you know, like, I don't want to start
Nate
doing it
Yeomans.
because I'm going to throw some names that you wouldn't believe they actually competed. But what's the most underrated name that qualified for the Tour, Paul? That pops into your mind?
Underrated or overrated?
And overrated that qualified and you never see him
Didn't
again.
do anything.
Yeah, I think there's a couple that stayed
What
there.
era are we talking? Since the
Yeah,
since
that's
Since whatever.
Hanamoku's
Since whatever. Yeah,
time, or-
you can go whatever.
That's very important.
I remember one that I love this name, but yeah, didn't catch the wave.
Yeah, who have you got? Who's the most overrated surfer to qualify for the CT?
Mark Paul.
Marco Polo? What year was he on the CT? 2006?
Like, yeah, sometime.
Yeah, likewise too.
Yeah,
I think it was on the
before
same
Brazilian
05,
Storm.
06, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was like, oh, as you see live action, Naimor, carve, and bang, go.
God.
Oh,
He's surfing on the Gold Coast suddenly. Namor actually competed with him on the regional event. He is really dangerous on the air.
Yeah.
He can do some really big airs. And once he starts to be a bit more confident, I know he can throw some big airs on his front side. Here, just a bit of a runner down the line. I don't think it's going to be a massive number, but nonetheless, a good way for him. As we see, Luan Noakes.
Who's? Let's reframe that question a little bit, because it's a bit mean in some
it
ways.
is.
Who underachieved the most on the CT? Who should have done better according to their ability and never quite got the results? What?
Oh, Ricky Basnet.
Yep. Okay.
He rips.
Yeah, he's a good surfer. He got a perfect season of last in every event.
I think he didn't win an event.
He got last in every event.
Yeah.
He didn't. Yeah,
and he was
got
like
33rd.
so talented.
Yeah, he's a brilliant surfer. Yep. Okay.
can I say one?
Mate, please.
Dane Reynolds. He underachieved.
No.
He underachieved.
He got third and second.
He underachieved.
Of
For the
course,
surfer
but-
that he is, he's not the best competitor in the world, but he's a really good surfer. I know that he had some very good individual performance every now and then.
Yeah,
but
underachieved.
Underachieved.
Steph Gerre.
True that.
I think if you go
I
to the
support that
definition of underachieving on
Yeah.
the dictionary, I think you're going to see Steph Gerre.
What about on the women?
Women. Underachieving. Coco. I feel like she rips really hard.
Yeah, got she. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like,
I like
she's so
We
talented.
can all get behind
She's
that.
very technical and yeah, she didn't
Charges, real clean
Yeah,
style,
no.
looks really surfy. You know, it's not forced and, all like.
who do you think overachieved? I'm kidding.
No, that's a good question.
good
It's
one.
like,
Like I said
Yeah.
my name. I just felt like
who
sometimes.
overachieved on the CT?
Yeah.
Someone you wouldn't expect to do as well as he did.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's not a better way of actually putting that out, but there's some people that overachieve.
Because you're always dealing with expectations for some certain
Exactly,
people.
exactly.
And obviously there's people that you don't expect to do so well, and out of nowhere they did a really good couple of years or just 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, like Kieran Perot, for example, he was like 5th, 6th in the world a couple of years. He probably wasn't the
Can I
5th or
say
6th
one?
best surfer in the world at the technical surfer.
Can I say
He was an
one?
amazing charger, but he wasn't You know, that was
main character.
He wasn't in that company.
I'm gonna say one, Pete Durbridge for me. He's a really good surfer, but I think he overachieved.
Multiple top 5 finishes.
Multiple. It's just up there consistently, and you wouldn't expect He was dealing with the Taj, the Mix, the Parkos, the Andys, the Kellys, and out of nowhere he did top 5 like 3 years in a row. So.
Yeah.
That's why he's one of the coaches for Surf Australia.
Yeah, that's true.
That's because he knows how to compete. And he probably has a lot of good info to give to the new generation.
It's a big wave for Papa.
Papa and...
Yikes.
Eduardo Papa spends a lot of time here in Portugal with Joaquim Chaves. I know they're good mates. I see them sticking like glue together for a long time. I think he stays at his place. So Eduardo Papa, not a stranger to Portuguese conditions. I know he loves to spend time here. And a bit late into this floater.
I'm going to keep going with the CT theme. A super heat, a 4 surfer heat. I want 4 CT surfers from any era. So name the surfer in the sort of era that who you picking from. Who's the dream 4-man heat? Here's live action. His hands, he's down. 4-man heat. What do you got?
One each for a different generation.
It's up to you, mate. You can have everyone from the same year if you want. You can have Dane Reynolds. What year? 2012.
When he qualified, when he was like on his prime.
2009.
Crestals.
His prime when he qualified. I think 2000.
After, like, when he did the semis against Taj in Trestles, as we see live action.
Wow, hammer time for Noakes. That was nice. Big turn, big airdrop down.
That was like a snap with a floater. It was like he started off with the snap and then remember, I think I can do a floater.
Was that Dane Reynolds?
He actually hit the leap and he changed the way he wanted to come down in between the turn. That was exactly what I was about to say, Sheik. He hits the leap and then he stops, he floats, and he comes down. As you can see, he's going to attack vertical.
And then he does a floater.
Because the other way around, he would came face first to the bottom of that wave. So he
that's going to be a big score.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, lock it. Dane's locked in. Yep.
Dane
in red singlet. He's in red.
I'm going to say all of them in prime time.
Yeah, of course. Obviously.
Dane, Julian.
Did he have a prime? Julian Wilson.
Prime time.
When was that?
No, I'm saying prime time is best.
Yeah, but
when was it? I'm saying
he hadn't the most amazing CT
Are you kidding
career.
me? He finished up runner-up in the world like 3 years in a row.
Julian Wilson.
I think you're mistaken with Taj Borough, probably the eternal second.
You're thinking of Bede Durbridge. A different guy.
I don't care. I'm putting.
Okay,
Hang on. In there. Okay. That's
bang! Wow, K-Rez down, out, ouch. Big number in for Noakes for that hammer. 717 for the backhand attack. So he's got the high score of the heat. Okay, you locked in Julian. He's in.
I have my 4.
White. He's in the white singlet. And what year are you saying?
When he basically like 1 or 2 years after he qualified, when he was doing the pop shovits.
I mean, I guess everyone's going to be after they qualified, aren't they? Because that's when they were on tour. But like, can you give us a year? 2013. Just say it. It sounds right. If you say it with confidence, it will sound like legit.
Okay, 2014.
Okay, great. And he's in the white singlet. Here in the real world, in 3D, Loan Nug again. Oh God.
7.17 on the last one, and he's going to back it up with a really big score again.
Hammer. All right, Julian's in, Dane's in. Third surfer.
I have to go with Toledo.
Felipe Toledo.
And
I like it. What year?
Mick
Campbell?
No, Mick.
Right, so no Andy, no Kelly, no Joel, no Taj. No Tom Curran.
No.
Brutal. Wow.
This is what I would like
to
see.
No Oki.
I'd like to see that.
Okay, where's you any venue? Where's it going down? Where
Trestles.
Ribeira Dillas?
Trestles.
Trestles. Wow.
With 4 to 6 foot clean faces.
I'm gonna go prime Andy, prime Kelly.
Yeah. Hang on, Andy. What year? We saying 2005?
Yeah, I would say maybe the last year he was actually a champion.
Yeah.
I think he absolutely ripped that year.
2004, that would be. Yeah, he won his last world title. Yeah.
And then Kelly Slater, I would say like something around the 2000s. like prime Kelly Slater. Just maybe like
Before he left tour or after he came back? Because he didn't win the title till 2005, and he'd been back. That was his 3rd year back. He actually didn't do that well when he first got back. He had the really close one in 2004.
Yeah, I know. Maybe before he quit the tour.
He
Yeah,
quit,
before
huh?
the
98. 98 Kelly
yeah.
was
it was
special.
gnarly.
Yeah.
And then I'm
98.
gonna put in there prime Mick Fanning,
Yep.
obviously, and
2007, 8 Mick,
Yeah.
maybe.
the White Lightning,
Yep.
and Medina. Prime
Kelly,
Medina.
Andy, Mick, Medina.
If it was by generation, I would go Oki, Fanning, Kelly, and Medina right now.
Red,
and you,
Luan
Paul?
Nug has gone to first. He's got a 5.67. He's winning this. This is fun. Where's your heat going down, Jervis? Where is it?
I would say if it's like pumping Goshus would be pretty sick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, we're not allowed to have
Sure if we
contests
can
there.
get that
but-
past the locals. I'll have a word with Fortes, but I don't know if he's going to like your idea.
Yeah,
mate.
but it's just an idea. And it is the same heat. Who's your heat? 4-man heat.
Yeah. You got to have Kelly and Andy. It's mad. I mean, Alves is mad not to have them. Crazy talk. I'll have them. I'm going to go.
It's the same way I said someone was not making the cut this year, right?
I don't think it's quite the same thing to say that Cole
It's just
Hausman
like
might not make the
something
cut
you prefer
as
to
a rookie
see.
to say that the 4 greatest surfers of all time don't include Kelly and Andy competitively. But hey, it's a sport of
It's just
opinions,
like-
mate. That's
it's
why we
just
love you.
It's
That's
just
why we
like,
love you.
seriously, if I
Because you're
see
a wild
trestles
card.
with 6-foot glassy,
Yeah.
I'd love to see Dane surf that, because I know he's going to throw some
Yeah.
variations in combinations
But
of maneuvers
I
that
want
are.
to know. Who are your top? Who are your?
You said it, Andy and Kelly, and then
Yeah.
he's going to put
Who else?
Taj, and
Nah.
he's going to say Oki, and he's going to say
Let him
Oki.
talk.
Yeah, I'm going to throw Oki in,
I
actually.
knew it.
Yeah,
I knew
I'm
it.
going to
He's just
throw.
old school.
I'm
He's
going to
gonna
throw
go for
Oki
it.
in.
It
And
makes
Tom Curran.
sense, man. It makes
And
sense.
Tom Curran.
No, I'm not sure.
Someone
he's,
from the new
yeah,
generation.
I'm not,
Yeah.
not really sure he's making it. I'm going to throw in Italo in
Where?
2019.
Oh, yeah,
Where?
I get that.
2019 Italo. It's at J Bay. I'm going for 6 to 8 foot Super Tubes J Bay.
Perfect, yeah. Oki would be so hard to beat on those.
It's like
conditions.
2019
Yeah.
when he basically landed every
Every
backside rotation
single-
he
yeah.
even thought about doing. He like stomped on the flats like mad. He
That
just
was the
couldn't-
year he was champion.
Yeah, he just
champion,
couldn't separate him from his surfboard. He was catching like it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
like he was just
ridiculous.
all
It
over
was
everything.
next level. That first year was like
It's going to be a good heat.
Quite weird one, but
Well, that's the whole point. I mean, you know,
Exactly.
that's the sort of fun. How do you judge Oki's sort of marauding backhand attack,
backhand.
putting the board in place where no one else can?
someone told me he was absolutely smashing in Bells Beach the day before the contest.
He's still such
He was ripping.
He's really good.
Bernardo.
He's really fit. He's
Because he
surfing
was
really good.
filmmaker. He said like he was absolutely smashing Bells the day before the contest.
Even like your snapper, like
Yeah,
a sort of 3
yeah,
foot.
yeah. Fun.
He's still like he's doing
So
good there.
gnarly,
Like
yeah.
those late cupped out ones.
Those under the lip snaps on
Yeah,
big
yeah.
turns on big waves.
Sick.
It's pretty sick.
Iago Dominguez, the highly rated Basque surfer. We're also going to see Owen Blois, Afonso Antunes, Siam Nikritin, the Israeli as well, who's been enjoying his time in Europe the last few seasons. He's got doing a bit of a van life thing, I think.
Really?
Siam, he spent a lot of time in France hanging out. He loves it. Let's pick up live action from Hans Odriozola. He's going all right in this. 5.67, the 6.17.
So consistent. It just feels like it doesn't fall. Very nice setup turn there. Very big whitewashy. He went kind of late, but managed to hold on, and that's a really good wave by Guy, as you can see. Even though he was super late, he managed just to right in front of that whitewash and finish that one. And let's see if he improves on
Do you
that.
want to hear the
Perfect.
results of my Super Heat?
yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Who's winning? Who's winning?
Who you got? Oki?
Italo,
Oki, Italo,
Kelly and Andy.
All right. In prime, in perfect J, 6 to 8 foot J, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to win?
But it's like,
How long is it? 40 minutes?
I'm gonna
I'm
I'm gonna give him 45 minutes, and
Oh.
we got jet ski assist as well.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Priority system allowed?
Yeah, four-man priority.
Four-man priority.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting you say that, actually, because in my heat, Andy actually gets interference on Italo. So he's last.
Paddling one.
Yeah, he's fourth. Yeah, he crumbles one. Oh, doesn't get out of the way. Yeah. So.
But he has a 9.5.
9 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this. Loads of fun talking points from surfing past and present. We're going to get a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the conclusion of our opening heat of the day. It's heat 13 of under 64. It's the Frenchman Nogue at the moment, who's doing good. More live action from Caparica really soon.
It's good to try, even when something seems to make little sense. Put your weight on it. Make an impact in this world. Call everyone, set ambitious goals, and ask yourself, do you want to change surfing? Dare to test. Ride the future.
Na vida, há sempre algo que nos inspira. O milénio está sempre presente, ao seu lado, na conquista de novos desafios. Juntos, partilhamos a paixão pelo futuro. Milénio, aqui consigo.
Stormy Costa de Caparica, wind, rain, we don't care, send them out, we're having fun, we're enjoying this. We're waiting for numbers at the moment. In fourth, Papa, third, Kairas, second, Odriozola, first, Nogue. Pending numbers to go for Kairas and Odriozola. Meanwhile, in Fantasy Heat, in last place, bringing up the rear, Andy Irons, he's got an interference. In third, Oki. It's a close one, actually.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That was a really big turn by
Sharp.
4.17 on that one. Still waiting for the score of Enzo, the right-hander for Enzo Odriozola. So the judges taking their time on that one.
A free surfer that you would like to see
I'm
one
trying to hit
year.
the results of my heat. Hang on.
It's going to take a while.
Kelly got second, and
Who won?
Italo wins.
Italo wins?
Yeah. Why are you pulling face, mate? What?
It's
It's my fantasy. You can have your own. Get off my fantasy.
Who
a
wins
free
your?
surfer,
Who wins yours?
a free surfer that never competed that you guys would like to see 1 year on tour. I love this question. This is the best question ever.
Can I join one free surfer on my heat? It's 6 to 8 foot in Jeffrey's Bay?
No. This is
No, yours
another
is
question.
Yours is a Kosciusz, your heat.
Yeah.
Get off my heat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Seriously.
Okay.
My one is at Trestles. It's 5.
Wow. Yeah, you got the whole world, any surf spot in the world,
You gotta
all of
choose
Indonesia,
Trestles,
just every. Trestles, please. Yeah. Okay.
I love the final 5.
Yeah.
Just go for the free surfer on tour for a year. I can tell you one.
Let's check out Papa.
Wow.
Bang! Spicy, whippy, vertical. He's in fourth. He needs a 9.87. It's not a 9, but it's good, and he's got a couple of ones. That was an improvement. What about Chipper Wilson? Chris Chipper Wilson? Do some shove-its on tour.
And you?
For me, I would say probably Creed McTarget. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
It's such a really
On like a 6.5 by sort of 17 3/4. He's on those 90s boards.
Yeah,
isn't he?
imagine him surfing in Kosciusz 6 to 8 foot.
You keep imagining.
Smoking a ciggy.
You keep imagining that comp
Yeah.
that will never
No, but
exist.
I think he would do all right on right-hand point breaks. He's a really good surfer.
Yep.
I tell you a guy that I would love to see on tour, especially in...
Sterling Spencer. No? Sorry. Who was it? I thought that's who you think as well.
Sterling?
No, who
From
was
City.
it? Yeah, who do you like?
Clay Mars.
Yeah, he's good.
I'd like to see him in Fiji, Chopo.
Yeah.
I think it would be really good fun to see him in a couple events. I feel like there's names that have like quite a mysterious feeling about them, like Mason O and all those guys. Like if they do like one event per year, it would be like so good to see them out there. I feel like they can do like.
Yeah, but those kind of surfers, they're so specialized in certain type of conditions that maybe, I'm not saying that they wouldn't, but...
Mason used to do the QS in Europe,
Yeah,
right?
no, Mason obviously.
He surfed in Azores, he was on
Mason is a really complete surfer, obviously. But
Clay would be doing laybacks into the tube in Fiji, like with his back arm.
Amazing. Yeah. I watched him. He was in that specialty event in France last autumn in pumping waves, speaking of which. Ooh, big float, climbs up, glides across the curtain. Light on his feet is Namor Kairas, looking for 7.67 with 4 minutes and 20 remaining. Another well-surfed wave by him.
Eduardo Papa, 6.47, only needing 5.37 now. So Ends was in the lead as we see the replay. Namor, bango.
He almost did the same as Luan. He hit the leap and stopped it halfway through and floats all the way down. So that's...
Interesting hit. Ends was well and truly in the lead for the most part of this heat. And suddenly, he's in second. Eduardo Papa only needs a 5.37. That means that's a single maneuver on a meaty section, and it's done. Ends is against the wall again.
It's not against the wall because it will
I'm not
still
saying
needs
he
a
is
5.37.
I'm not saying he is. If it happens, Eduardo
Can I change my free surfer?
Yeah, you can.
Wilson's out. Joe's coming in. Harry Bryan.
I was about to say, but or even Noah Dean.
Yeah.
But those guys, that's what I was about to say. Those guys, if you put them on like, I don't know, so Snapper Rocks or something like that.
I think we have a guest suddenly that has a free surfer name. He wants to join the conversation. You can say. Sean Kenzel was actually ex-former city surfer.
Yeah, he was.
He's not really a free surfer there, but thanks for... The problem of not being in a conversation and actually going into the conversation halfway through is that you didn't get the beginning.
Yeah.
And you sound like just not in the rhythm of the conversation.
Yeah, fun fact about Sean Cansdale, when he was
He's a fireman.
in Hossegor doing the Rip Curl, used to be a big QS in summer, the Rip Curl Pro in August. It was like a super series, and he was there for that. And there's a little, it's basically like a garden shed. You know, there's little wooden sheds that you put in your garden to keep your lawnmower in. There's one of those in a parking lot in Senjorsborg, and they sell pizzas, but they're like they're not very good pizzas. They're like kind of French pizzas with the, they're really bad. And he ate there. It's the only thing he liked. He ate there every day.
Really?
He was in France like 10 days. Some people consider it the center of kind of cuisine, sort of culinary delights. And he went there every single day. Yeah, him and Mike, I think him and Mike Crow Hall, both of them went there every single day. If I'm wrong, sue me. Let's check out with under 2 minutes to go. Luan Nogue with the leads at the moment in this one. Still, let's check the recap. This was Odriozola getting busy early.
Bango. Started off strong, 5.67. Sorry, this was the 6.17. Nice two-turn combo. This wave, comparing to the other ones right now, should be a bit higher, actually. And this one from Luan Nogues. Bang! Huge turn by Luan Nogues, 7.17. And again, throwing buckets of water. That turn was really vertical and really hard to make. So 5.67, that's it for this heat. A lot of waves ridden though. We've seen a lot of action unfolding with 1 minute to go. Eduardo Papa needs
live action.
to perform.
His hands. Ska, big turn for him. Back on it again. Belts one. Wave will get weird here. He'll slash one more time. I'll have a look at the timepiece, which may well reveal there's under a minute to go, and he'll say, you know what? That'll do. And he'll bring this one in with a little flick of the head and a decent performance for him. He's given a good account of himself. The damage was done early. Then a couple of throwaways. He got a 5.6 before this wave that didn't go in his top two. Then he got this. Will this go in his top two?
Yeah, I don't know. He started off really well. Nice snap off the top, straight into a off the top, but he didn't have that finishing turn that the judges have been rewarding since yesterday. And maybe he'll improve, maybe he will not. Just that I know that Eduardo Papas.
Real quick, boys. Who's making your superheats? I need just the winner will do. Who's winning your kosher heat, Jervis?
With those kind of conditions, I would say.
You haven't said how big it is either.
Yeah, it's 6 to 8, like 6
Offshore?
to 8. Yeah, perfect,
Okay.
6 to 8 foot.
Yeah.
High performance, both high performance and barrels.
Who's winning?
Oh my God. I would say like Prime Kelly would be hard to beat on those kind of conditions, or even Prime Andy. I don't know.
Alves, yeah, I need one name. Alves, who's winning your Trestle superheat?
Who was in my actually?
Toledo, Dane Reynolds,
Julian Wilson, and B. Durbridge.
No, I didn't put Pete Durbridge there. I said another name. I think it was Morgan Sibilik. I think probably Dane at Trestles on the right with the Dempster.
Against Toledo.
Yep.
On Trestles.
Yep.
That's a long shot.
Prime Dane.
We're waiting for numbers here. We're waiting for score for this guy, Loan Nug, the Frenchman on your screen. He's dominated this heat. He smashed out 7. Big things for him.
I think even Toledo would say, please just win. I love your surfing. You inspired me. I'm gonna let you have this one. I want to see you surf.
Yeah, I don't think Toledo is that kind of person. He's a really nice guy, but he's very competitive. So, and in Trestles, he already had.
How competitive is that?
But he already has 2 world titles in Trestles. It's gonna be really hard to beat him there. With those aerial transitions and that rail surfing, it's hard.
Yeah, he's that good.
It's possible, yeah, obviously.
Is it? I think it's
raining a lot more.
They're waiting for the rain to stop.
Yeah.
To start the heat again. So I feel like
I'd say, mate, I think Dane's taking him actually. I'd say Prime Dane is surfing at his best against Philippe surfing at his best. I'm going with Dane. I had to think about that for a minute. Let's check out the official results. It's as we were. We've improved. We haven't improved the scoreline. It's just exactly as we were. Loan Nogue, a solid, comprehensive performance from him. Belted it. As did Hans Odriozola. Those two advanced to round of 32. The pitter-patter of fresh raindrops land on our commentary position at the Caparica Surfest 2024. We're going to bring you Heat 14, more action from a lively Atlantic right after the break.
It's good to try, even when something seems to make little sense. Put your weight on it. Make an impact in this world. Call everyone, set ambitious goals, and ask yourself, do you want to change surfing? Dare to test. Ride the future.
Na vida, há sempre algo que nos inspira. O milénio está sempre presente, ao seu lado, na conquista de novos desafios. Juntos, partilhamos a paixão pelo futuro. Milénio, aqui consigo.
Welcome back to, a quite breezy, and a quite moist Costa de Caparica. We're checking out Iago Dominguez of Euskadi, Owen Blouin from France, Afonso Antunes, Portugal, Siam Nikritin from Israel. 4 surfers, 30 minutes, 2 best waves out of 10. Who's going around at 32? We'll know soon. I'm Paul Evans, joined now by Zay Ferreira. Bom dia.
Bom dia.
Were you enjoying that, Bants, mate? Did you catch? Do you want to get in with your fantasy heat quickly?
Yeah,
You've had a bit of time to think about it. Let's first of all have a look at Antunes.
Nice one.
You all right, mate? We'll give Zay a minute there, and we'll have a look at Siam Nikritin.
Yeah, it's impressive how surfers have been catching like really good waves and doing well on those waves. I think the previous heat would be like a good heat in yesterday's day. Yeah.
Antunes again. Whoa, that was risky. That was late. He put it up. I like it. I like the attitude. Incomplete though. Quick, mate. I need your fantasy heat. 4 surfers, go. Here is spot conditions.
Actually, it wasn't Sean Kensdale I wanted to say. It was Nick Vasicek.
Wow.
You remember?
Yeah, okay. Wow.
Great style backside, was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Don't think he was on the CT, but you
no,
can have him.
not
Yeah.
on the CT. I
Yeah.
think he's...
Yeah,
he's
okay, sorry, got you. All right, live action. Here's Yago. What's he got? Zakar, backhand hammer, pokes it, lands it, makes it.
But right, it looks like today, although it's harder and more confusion, it's more maneuverable.
Yeah.
Than yesterday, actually.
You've
just those one turns, but
the suspense is killing the surf world, mate. We're gonna need your fantasy heat, please.
Exactly.
Don't make the people wait.
Well, let's just see this one from Iago. Strong turn. The surfers are going for one.
You know what? Let's go and hear it from the winner of our first heat. That is a tough heat. He put in a solid performance. He hit it hard. It stayed hit. Luan Nogue is with Claudia.
That's right, Paul. We're here with Luan, the winner of the first heat of the day. I'm sure everyone wants to know how's it to be out there, and how did you find your way to get that 7 point?
Yeah, that was pretty hard. Hard to be the first heat of the day. We've been waiting for the first part of the morning, so that was hard to be the first heat. But we got in the water. It was stormy, rainy, everything. But we managed to get some waves, so that was fun. And yeah, I think my first wave, I fell on the first one. Then I had a good turn on the second one, so I had decided 7. So I'm pretty happy with this, and let's keep going.
Congratulations.
Thanks. See you.
Good stuff. Luan Nogue, he's delighted. Put in a solid performance. I'll give him tons of confidence as well. And sometimes when things are looking a bit grey and cold, you got to bring your own heat. And that's what he's done. Zay, back to you. You were saying?
Yeah.
Come on, spit it out, mate.
Yeah, so Dane,
yeah.
It's consensuous.
Yeah.
Then I'm missing the name, but Australian guy, regular foot. He used to be one of the best Australian juniors, same generation as Parko and Mick.
Dean Morrison.
No. He was into the whale protection program. Dave Restovich.
Yeah, amazing stuff, mate. Yep.
And then I
don't think he was on the seat either, but you know what? We'll bend the rules for you. This is fine.
Okay. My fantasy heat, yeah.
Yeah. It's your fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Live action. Here goes Sam Nikritin. He's had a haircut. He's blasting one off the top. It's incomplete though.
Okay.
So you got Dane Reynolds. You got Dave Rastovich.
Exactly. Medina.
Gabriel Medina.
And I would put someone like Buttons.
Wow, Buttons Kaluhio Kalani.
And yeah.
The late great.
Yeah. And
where's the heat?
And the criteria would be a bit different. Yeah. Not just like super progressive.
Is he surfing a single fin, or is he on a modern high performance?
He's surfing a single fin. The event goes down in Haleiwa.
He's on a Ben Aper or something like that, is it?
And it's barreling.
It's at Haleiwa.
Haleiwa.
Like 8 to 10 foot.
And a few sharks have been seen in the morning, but they go anyway.
Oh, this is wild stuff. Here's live action. Bang, nice turn with some release of the tail. And some nice fizz and spark to that, some crispness as well. That'll be a third wave for Nikritin. What's this? Antunes with the flow, with the style, speed, crucially with the completion. This one's fun already. We're enjoying this. There's the peanut gallery. They're watching on. They don't mind a bit of wind.
Yeah, everyone in the competitive stands.
Who wins in the end? Who gets washed into the harbour wall?
Let's just watch this before. Nice first snap, and then straight into this one. That was a cool wave from Afonso, and Siam, nice one as well. But just the one, you'll need a bigger wave for that to count. But I would say. Actually, everyone is on a twin fin, not just Buttons.
Right, okay.
And so...
surely that's a clear advantage for Rasta.
Yeah,
surely.
Exactly. And the criteria is a bit different because it's remember, it's barreling. Iago now. Strong one. But I guess those waves those turns on the bigger waves count more. But yeah, I would say Dave would get the win. Dave Rastovich, yeah. So we have the replay here again. Just the one turn.
Wow, really nice finish from Iago there. How about that stuff? He hammers the lip. There's the dismount with the speed, because he came out of the turn with a ton of speed, and just you need to do that and hit that heavy end section here. It's powerful. There's all sorts of water moving around. It's just wild and chaotic. Yet somehow, again, these surfers, they're finding opportunities and they're doing good maneuvers. They're using the power of this swell with the wind coming through, kind of matching it with the surfing. It's been fun to watch. Best of the scoring is with the young Portuguese surfer Antunes, 5.83 for him. We're going to get a score for Iago though, and it will count. It will be his second. Still plenty of time.
But it would also be cool to see, like, who would you like to see that wasn't in the CT, it was like a poor QS surfer, or maybe even a national surfer.
Yep.
Who would you like to see going in Chopu with like 4 or 5 meters?
In the Olympics, Olympic wildcard.
Yeah, it can be an Olympic wildcard, but someone from the nationals.
Yeah.
That surfs good, but never did the QS, or never did, like a local surfer, a local hero in Chopo. Like, imagine Ben Mundy in Chopo with 4 meters.
Yeah. No thanks. Rather not. I'll purge that from my thoughts. "20 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Afonso Antunes, the best of it, the 5.83, the high number. We've got a score for Iago, 3.77 for the Basque. The backhand hammer on the right, a second number for him. Good enough for second at the moment. Having fun this morning. We're looking at a sort of mad, wild, confused ocean. We're just sort of chatting about surfing, why wouldn't you? Did you watch spells last night, Zay, or did you decide to read
I heard about it
and sleep? Yeah, okay.
I think it wasn't as good as the first day, right?
Did your fantasy team get mashed up, or you've not got
actually,
one?
I don't play fantasy.
Cool. Yeah. If you had one, it would have got mashed up because everyone's did, basically. Yeah. Everyone had Molly Picklum. She's gone.
Yeah,
Nightmare.
apparently the wild cards are like...
A lot of people had Tyler Wright. She's out. A lot of people had Robbo, Jack Robinson. Guess what? Gone.
Actually, Tyler Wright had a great confession about her situation regarding the breathing and everything.
Yeah.
I always felt a bit strange. The last 3 years she was struggling a bit.
Yeah.
But I never really understood why. So it was great to understand that she's like a different person now with that surgery, and that was big.
Yeah, she surfed really well up in the CT at Peniche as well, didn't she?
Really well.
Didn't show up for the final, actually. She was bad in that.
Yeah.
But like, up until then, she was great throughout that event. Really entertaining.
Felt like different surfer.
Yeah.
Renewed. Yeah. Just like Sally when she got back to the CT, like very renewed surfing.
I've got Sal for bells. I think she's
She's in still. Yeah.
Is she at? What? How do I not know that? And what? And why? Oh man. Oh well. Yeah, fantasy. It's not been my. Yeah, I've not had a great season so far.
I played once. One event I tried, lost everyone in the first round. Said no, I'm tired of losing in surfing.
Yeah. What's cool now is you get the points that the surfers get, rather than the tour points. You get their wave score points.
Oh, you have
so
that option as well.
You add up the points. That's it. I think that's just the
that like
option.
Triples your points or something?
No, you just, whatever their score is, you get. So rather than having the amount of points they get for their final place,
you also have their performance.
You have live points throughout. Let's have a look at a great look in Heat 15. We're going to see Justin Becret, Ido Arquente, Bushka, Francisco Caimado. That's going to be a fun heat. That's Ido Arkin right there, the Israeli. Yeah, I've just had it confirmed from WSL Europe media manager Nicolas Leroy. Sally's out. My heart is broken.
Why?
Because she's in my fantasy team, and I wanted her to do well, because I thought this would be a comeback season for Sal. She was back to the Challengers last year. She ripped that tour, and I thought she was in that place for kind of that late career kind of comeback, but she's having a shocker. I think she's not going to make the cut now.
I tell you what, like, Sally, I think for all the surfers that got in and out of the cut, she was like the surfer that beneficiated the most out of that, because she really came back a different surfer, fresh, crisp.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought too, mate. But
Yeah.
she's getting back to the challenges, I think.
Yeah, but
Unless,
it's tough. Just 5, you really have to do well. But she was surfing very good in these first stops. But just
It's a cruel, cruel world, all right. 16.5 on the clock. Afonso Antunes, your leader right now. The young Portuguese surfer, one of the main talents, really, from this region of Portugal and Europe over the last couple of years. A lot of people touting him for great things. He's the stepping stones towards a big career. Start on the QS and then go to the Challenger and hopefully the CT one day. Let's check out Erwan on the backhands. Le Français. And that one doesn't offer him a section. He has to eject. He won't add to his total significantly with that. Yeah, Sally lost to Joanne de Fay, actually.
Okay.
Joanne's hair that she's on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Best year so far, pretty much. Best start of the year.
Yeah.
Right? Is that win?
Blazing, yeah. Looking really good. Had that injury and she was still coming back for that start of last year, but everything seems to be clicking for her now.
Yeah.
She looks sort of comfortable. And
also a good idea for a piece or an article or wherever is to like see what were the results of surfers after injuries, because I have the impression that, well, let's just see this one. It will be one big turn and gets eaten alive by the wave. But like Mick Fanning, world title after a big injury.
yeah, he got better, didn't he, after his injury?
Yeah.
He improved.
Owen Wright almost died, head injury, serious injury. Won the first stop. Look at this, heavy. Should be rewarded for that one.
Antunes is sort of struggling to try and stay and hang on to that. I'm not sure he rode out that last manoeuvre. Might have done well, numbers in straight away, just a 1, so obviously wasn't anything overly significant prior to that. He remains in the lead though. Who else came back from injury?
John DeFay apparently.
Yeah. John Florence.
Kelly,
John
I'm
Florence
sure.
has been injured a lot and is
Then he comes back.
Is he better? Is he better than 2016,
I don't
17?
know. With John, I feel it's like, well, I go in. If it's going well, I'm going to try. If it's not going well, I'm going to travel on my boat. In between contests, yeah. But I don't know. I think it's early to say. But I can see like Medini is really thirsty to win the world title. I feel that. John as well, but yeah, it's a different approach. And here's a nice approach from Erwan Boulogne. 2 turns. He's looking for a 4.6. So small scores, though. The pack is all very close in this heat. But yeah, it's exciting. This year on tour. Cole Houshmand, he won the Challenger Series last year. He's not doing so well.
Chico Alves predicted that actually.
Yeah.
He called it at the start of the year. Yeah, we were looking at the CT stuff, and we're in Nazare.
Yeah.
And he gave me a little heads up. He's like, he thought he might not do as well as everyone thought, was what he said actually. And yeah, he looks like so far he's right. Interesting. Under 13 minutes here. It's still Afonso Antunes leading this one from the Basque, Iago Dominguez. Here's a live wave of Afonso. It won't be a significant addition to his total. You can see this big stormy swell heading in and mashing up the contest site here. We're going to run through this round. More live action from Heat 14 on the other side of the break.
It's good to try, Even when something seems to make little sense, put your weight on it. Make an impact in this world. Call everyone, set ambitious goals, and ask yourself, do you want to change surfing? Dare to test. Ride the future.
Na vida, há sempre algo que nos inspira. O milénio está sempre presente, ao seu lado, na conquista de novos desafios. Juntos, partilhamos a paixão pelo futuro. Milénio, aqui consigo.
The Caparica Surf Fest is underway on a windy Wednesday. Here's a big wave, here's a man with some speed. His name's Siam Nikritin, and he kicks out as the monsoon pelts our camera positions. And once again, props to our camera operators who are doing the hardest of yards today. They are getting absolutely pelted on from a great height. It's raining cats and dogs out there, and they are getting mullered right now. Good luck to them. Let's check out Siam. Sort of an awkward bottom turn to a kick out. Nothing doing.
Also, Afonso, he did this wave. Nice first carve. Let's see if the wave offered. No, nothing special. So it's as it was yesterday a bit, pretty much impossible to understand what the wave's going to do when you take off. So you really have to just catch a lot of waves, try and be active. Also search for those bigger waves that allow one big turn. I don't think looking for a lot of turns in a day like today is very smart. Although that can happen, but not much. So yeah, this heat is pretty stacked. Everyone is pretty close together in terms of scores.
Yeah, and turns with that roof, just flash of quality with a 5.83. Here he is again, good looking right. Whoa, that was a nice turn. So each of his turns, you'll notice there's something a little different. He's not doing the same stuff. He does seem to have a bit of extra spark in this event. He's putting different turns in. He's going the full-blooded turn as well. He's not nursing them. He's attacking pretty hard. He looks good. He looks like his confidence is up.
I agree. I feel like he's renovated his surfing actually in the last few months. Different approach. Very consistent. He put out a very nice surf clip as well. So he's been surfing a lot. It's good to see Afonso in this state.
He's got a number. It's an improvement. He improves his back up 5.17, so a bit of distance now. He's got a couple of points, nearly 3 between him and the chasing goofy, the Basque Dominguez. He's in second, looking for a 6.6 for first. We'll take 1, 2 through to the glory of the round of 32. Surfers in third and fourth. They'll be packing up the bags and heading home to think about things over. Or they might stay and hang out and free surf. I would.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a storm for another. There's 2 more weeks of storms, but so what?
I'd just stay.
I'd stay and pick the eyes out of it, mate. Get the rip bowl on high tides. That's what we're looking at. If you rocked up at a surf spot, generally speaking, that this would be maybe a day for something else. They to look at your phone, but do you know what? Caparica, we've still got waves. We've still got surf, mate. Is it?
Impressive Caparica.
What kind of sorcery is this?
I think this
what magic is going on here?
This should be marketing for, for the Caparica municipality. You can always surf here. But actually, these days, these forecasts are good to discover places that no one surfs in, no one goes.
Yeah.
Places that are like, even like in Rio Tejo, there might be some longboard little rides.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Ouch.
Yeah, actually.
What about the ferry wave? Can we go and surf the ferry wave?
The ferry wave you can always surf.
Is that offshore?
It's probably offshore there.
That's offshore.
Yeah, that is.
Can we do that?
I think so.
We could run a... What do you see? Whoa. Okay, Dominguez is making a move here. Nicely done. Gives it that kind of tail tap just to blast a bit of spray. Knew he didn't need to overcook that as the wave was slowing down. I like the speed he's one of the surfers to watch, really, from that young generation in Europe. How do you like this stuff, Zay?
Small wave, though. I'm really keen on those one turns in bigger waves. This wave looks a bit bigger. Let's see what Siam did. Little fade there. Goes to the carve. He's really mostly catching rights, not lefts. So yeah, it's not just about the lefts today, but the best waves were on the lefts actually. But yeah, again, I really feel sorry for the cameramans, but also the jet ski guys. That's probably the toughest contest of their lives. A lot going on in surf competition behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's raining all right. It was windy too, but we've decided to finish the rounds just to get things sort of square and clean and know where we are. A chance to, there's a few surfers sort of dangling really, aren't there, in this round, and we'll finish this one off. There'll be 2 more heats after this, and then we'll have just 32 male surfers remaining. And we've got through quite a bit of this event. We ran 40 heats yesterday.
40, yeah,
exactly,
44. With the double blanks.
This will be 44. We've got 96 in total, something like that, 90-something. So we're almost halfway through, incredibly, by lunchtime on the second day. And the double bank call was, in my opinion, an inspired one. Love the double banks. Let's check out recap. 4.5 on the clock. It's still Antunes, Dominguez, you want to, Blanc, and Nikritin chasing. This was the Bass Dominguez.
Yeah, started off really well. These first waves are crucial, as I'm not sure surfers spend too much time in the water before the comp. So Afonso, nice one, confident, keeping his campaign alive from yesterday. This is his second heat in this competition. So good for him. He's in first place. He has a fairly secure position in this heat as well. So it's nice to see him advancing another heat. Well, for now at least. And we had waves from Afonso and just a little kiss on the lip to finish that re-entry.
Your heat leader there, taking on a big section, big risk.
Who would you think would be the best surfer in the world in these conditions? I know what you're gonna reply actually. You're gonna reply Italo probably.
No? So no, I'm not sure he's up for this.
He is. I think he would be the best in the world. No, Chico. Yeah. What do you reckon?
Can I have any era?
Yeah, any era.
I'm going to go with maybe Davo. Chris Davidson.
Chris Davidson. Yeah, he's very dynamic. That's
on
true.
The backhand on these lefts.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What do you think of that,
But
Alves?
no airs, though.
Yeah, I don't think you need it to get 8s out here. Who needs airs, mate? They're not the future. It's all about the calves.
Nah, I agree with you on that.
2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in this. It's still Antunes. He's led it from the beginning. He's going to get a number for that really quite radical late arrival to a big 6 to 8 foot really section. It was meaty, it was heavy, he hit it hard, late and quick. Here's Dominguez, wave number 7, another, wow, really spicy that one, very nicely done. Hangs it up, quick look at the watch, so much better. He's on a 4 and a 3.
Yeah, that's what these guys have to be looking for. Big turns, just the one. I think that's the recipe for success in a day like today. Look at this, vertical, nice spray coming off, and also having your board painted helps a lot in a day like today. So
Tell you what else I like for out here. Thomas Hermes.
Thomas Hermes.
Brazilian
Yeah,
regular foot, little guy.
Because he makes the floaters
he's
look like
amazing.
huge.
He can make closeouts look like kind of runners, can't he?
Yeah, exactly. And
He'd go good out here.
yeah,
He was a cool dude.
yeah. Really
He used to,
nice
back
surfer.
on the beach, he used to put the glasses on. It made him look really smart as well. Look clever.
True. Especially
He
if
was
he had a
good.
book.
Yeah.
Even if it was like a rule book or like a little
he was good.
Bible.
I really
but,
liked him. He was a cool surfer. I don't know where he is. He's not that old. He should still be around. Let's check out Nick Ritin here. Into the lip late. No, he's not really been able to give it the treatment. He's just been a bit scratchy with his turns and a little bit cramped for space and style. Blowout again. Just a quick kick out for the Frenchman. 40 seconds now to go in this. We're going to check. That was, oh wow. Just a quick check, snapped, didn't he? And then he was out of there. His numbers were really similar, actually, prior to that last score, Yago to come through. This is Siam.
Yeah, well, he was just a bit late to that last section. But again,
Fonzo improves.
Yeah.
Number for him, that one really late hit. 597 is the number he gets for that. So he extends, and that's a healthy total. 11.8 he's on our score screen at least. I think yours is still with the previous. Meanwhile, whoa, a late rally from Erwan Blois. He only needs a 4.01 prior to Yago Dominguez's last wave to come in. Good chance for Yago to improve, though. The backhand attack from him was a crisp, big turn on a solid section. I reckon he's got a great chance of improving his numbers, so that requirement will go up for Erwan. And that one's all done.
He does need a 7.4 to move to the first position. So not enough.
So Yago gets 6.57. Much better in terms of his numbers. And it crucially just puts that space, doesn't it? So now the requirement for Erwan is 6.8. Not sure we saw that. Nick Ritin, he's way back. He's looking for a 7.27. That ain't it. Alfonso Antunes, his impressive contest here continues. And he's in the round of 32. He'll be one to watch for sure. Got another great looking heat to come at you soon. Zay, you're going to stay in the booth. I think we're bringing in Alves, are we, to talk with you. More live action from the Caparica Surf Fest. It's raining, but we still got surf, and there's loads of talking points. Stay tuned.
It's good to try, even when something seems to make little sense. Put your weight on it. Make an impact in this world. Call everyone, set ambitious goals, and ask yourself, do you want to change surfing? Dare to test. Ride the future.
Na vida, há sempre algo que nos inspira. O milénio está sempre presente, ao seu lado, na conquista de novos desafios. Juntos, partilhamos a paixão pelo futuro. Milénio, aqui consigo.
And welcome back to the 15th heat of this round. It's going to be a short day, but a packed one, as we have a very nice heat in the water. Justine Boucret from France, Ido Arkin, Teva Bushugwa, and Francisco Queimado. So everyone's from a different place. Diverse heat. Chikwalves, welcome back. What will we have in store? What happened so far?
Well, I think from what we've seen on the last heat, I think it's going to be all about this one or two turn combination on a big section. We can see that a big turn like this can give you good points. Justine Becret with a 5-point ride there. So this was during the break, and a bit of rain a lot of rain today, and shout out to all the camera work that has been done on the beach.
Live action here.
Wow.
Nice first turn from Teva Bushogwa. Let's see if he has opportunity for another one. And 3 turns, that's a rarity in a day like today. But yeah, those one-turners have been key for success. Teva Bushogwa from Morocco, really sharp on that backside. I guess he's been creating his identity built on that. Chic, what did you think about this wave?
Yeah, nice style. Teva, he's really good on the backside. Coming from Morocco, he's no stranger to long rights, and is one of his strengths, that's for sure. Last year was one of his best events of the year. Teva on his backside, always really lethal. And as you were saying, I think he's one of the main guys to actually pay attention to with conditions like this. He's really strong, he's tall, and if he gets the opportunity to unload a big turn, he will. So I think that there's guys that you expect to do well with certain conditions. And today, if you think about a big section and a backside turn, Teva is one of the names that you think about, that's for sure.
So if you were like a small guy, young, and you're in this round, what would you do?
Well, I think you need to try to match what has been being scored. We saw Hans. He's small, he's young. He's like 16 or 15, and he did a couple of really good scores. So if you match the power and you actually put the technique on your maneuvers on the right section, it doesn't matter if you're big, small, old or young. I think it's just like in terms of what the judges want to see. So talking about someone that is on fire and improving and surfing really well is Afonso Antunes, and he's standing by with Claudia Pinto for a quick chat.
Yeah, we're here with Afonso, who confidently make it to the next round. Tell us a little bit more about your, how are you feeling out there? How is it? And what were you looking for when you were surfing?
I'm feeling good. The last winter I've been working a lot on not only on my boards but on my surfing, on my physicality as well. And I think it's been working really well, and I'm confident about it. And out there it's really tricky. The conditions are really tough. But before the ITA, I was watching the waves with my dad, and we saw, I think it was the red from the last heat got an 8 or a 7, something like this, on a one-turn wave, and I knew that the waves that it's making the difference today, it's just a bigger wave with a bigger end section, and just one turn can make the difference, and that was what I was looking for.
Do you think training a lot in conditions like this helps you being more confident?
Yes, for sure. Actually, I don't train a lot on this type of conditions, but I feel confidence on every condition. I think your confidence comes from the way you work and what you do on your daily routine. So I don't really think that if you surf, of course, if you surf this type of waves almost every day, you're going to be more confident. But the confidence, my confidence doesn't come from there, and I think I'm in a good rhythm this year, and I hope I can do some good results.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claudia and Afonso. And yeah, we were talking about that with Paul. Afonso really changed something in the way he's training, in the way he's taking his career now, and you can feel that in his surfing.
I think he grew up.
The way he's competing.
I think he grew up.
Yeah.
Also, you can feel on the way he's talking about, like,
exactly,
a bit more. He's so
mature.
Focused. Yeah, mature, focused. I think there's a period you go through when you're young until you understand what it takes to be a pro surfer.
Nice turn from Francisco Queimado.
Wow.
Nice second turn, unexpected wave. So this is the thing. When you take off, you don't know what the wave's going to do, and that's I hated to be in that position actually, because it's like really unpredictable. But yeah, Chico, yeah, you were saying about maturity.
Yeah, I'm saying Afonso looks like a completely different surfer, a more complete surfer. he looks really focused and really. And let's see the replay of Blue. Ido Arkin during Afonso's interview. Big under the lip floater, a bit of a fall, and this was Francisco Queimad with a bit of a float there. I think this was the end of the start of his wave, right?
Yeah, it was the same wave actually.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, finishing up my thought, it's great to see him perform so well. With 22 minutes to go, I think Francisco Queimad is gonna put a solid score. Yep, as I was speaking, we're gonna see it. Look at this, winds up off the bottom and
it looks like a closeout, then opens another section like.
But the second turn was actually really dynamic as well.
Very crisp, no?
Yeah, exactly. He pushed the tail, so he made the turn look really well, really good. And the first one was a bit of a different variety, more vertical approach with the redirection, and then the punctuation point.
Well, look, this wave is big and nasty, and it's an in and out for Ido Arkin from Israel. We have been having a bigger and bigger contingent of Israeli surfers. This is probably exactly Patrick Langdon Dark. He's getting ready for the next heat. He'll be on the last heat of the day with Hali Baptiste, Adura Matrian, and Charlie Quivron. That's a very nice heat on paper, although every heat can be a good heat, even if not on paper. But yeah, also she talking about being a young surfer and having to have all those responsibilities and compromises when you're a teenager. It, you know, sometimes works with some young surfers and not with others, or like especially you know, different surfers have different rhythms. Some surfers, like at 16, they're like huge and very organized and very structured, and some others that maturity thing just comes a bit after, right? And
well,
but my thing is,
I think because
in today's industry, sometimes it might be too late as well, because it's expected from surfers sometimes to be like really good at like 20.
I think less than that.
Or less than that, or like 18.
18, 17.
They're still kids, so it's...
I think Gabriel qualified with 16, Philippe as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Although in Europe, surfers tend to qualify later.
I think you said, I heard you say that like 20 years ago.
But it's true.
Yeah, I remember we had this conversation just because of Tim Bolt.
If you take...
Do you remember Tim Bolt?
Tim Bolt, yeah.
Tim Bolt, yeah, not Tim Bolt. But yeah, Tim Bolt, and he qualified a little like later to the city. And back then he said, well, I think European surfing gets a bit more mature.
But it's true. Do the math. If you take Jeremy off, Adura Matrian getting ready.
I'm doing the math, but now we can see Adura Matrian getting ready and talking about someone that is really mature and has done some damage overseas. Adura Matrian, we know he had a bit of an injury last year, but he looks just fine, really looking ready, fresh. Everything is looking in tune, so can't wait to see what he can do on these conditions. Someone that is not stranger to tough conditions is Adur. So
exactly.
Back to the conversations that you were saying.
Yeah, about European surfers that qualified. So Jeremy, I think he qualified really early at like 16 or 17 or 18, around there. Like Thiago Pires, I think that was like 27. 26, 27. Federico, maybe like 24, 25. Mickey Picon, actually I don't know what age he qualified. Patrick Bevin also later, like not very.
Bango! As we see live, Justine Becret on a huge section, making it happen.
Joan Duru also later.
Justin Becret here with a bit of a big turn, so I think he will put another big number on the board. So 17 minutes to go. A lot of Europeans qualified there, and that's good signs. And as we see, a bit of a replay in a few seconds there, but that turn from Justin looked really, really good.
Yeah, that was crisp. It's, you know, they know. Afonso was saying that too. They know what the strategy is for today. It's really tough out there, and so it's all about that one turn in the big wave. But Francisco got a 5 points for those 2 turns.
As we see the replay of Justin winding up off the bottom and bang! Hard section to deal with. He had another wave in the front of that wave, and he managed to make the turn. So really great wave by Justin. He has a 5-point ride right now, so he will put not a backup, but the second wave in, and it looks like he's going to be both of the waves counting into his top 2. For a day like today, he's going to have a really solid combination of scores. The score is coming in and looks like a good one. So Justin, I feel like he's on a good rhythm. And Justin is a type of surfer that I feel like he can really adapt to any conditions there.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best surfers in Europe. I love his surfing. Really good on the rail as well. But as you're saying, he adapts to a lot of conditions. We've been seeing like good results in different like beach breaks, point breaks. So and it just comes to show. Nice wave. 6.5 on that last one. So solidifies his lead.
Justin, good in the air, good in the barrel, good in small waves, big waves. He can do it all. So it's great when you can actually look at a surfer and think, oh, he actually can do it all. Backside airs, frontside airs. Last year, actually, when the conditions were really clean and smaller, I think he lost on the semis to Vasco or Marco. As we see why. Bang! Nice turn by Teva. Really hard to make that one. He was a bit late into the leap, but managed to really compress the body and make that turn. So Teva there on a really hard wave, as we see bottom turn, and bang! So
he
Teva
needs a 2.91 to advance, so I think he'll have a good chance to fight that second place.
Yeah, I feel like if you can at least try to match that 5 from Francisco, he's going to be back in the game. Francisco came out one of the best surfers from Portugal, from the new generation. He has been really putting a stamp on his name in Portugal. Young and hard worker. He trains with David.
I think he's from Cascais as well.
Yeah, he's from Cascais. And Francisco, I've seen some clips of him, and he improved a lot. He's from the same generation of Francisco Ordonhas, Martin Nunes, so they have a good tight group that will perform for a lot of years under our flag, the Portuguese flag. So as we see White there, getting ready for the next heat. 5-1-3 for Tega Bushgua. Teva jumps into second, and now Francisco Queimado needs a 2.74 to go back to second. Ido Arquin, a standout last year, looks a bit lost on the ocean right now. And as we can see, a lot of rain, a lot of action with 13 minutes to go. A lot of action to unfold. We're going to go for a quick break, and we're going to be right back for more action.
It's good to try, even when something seems to make little sense. Put your weight on it. Make an impact in this world. Call everyone, set ambitious goals, and ask yourself, do you want to change surfing? Dare to test. Ride the future.
Na vida, há sempre algo que nos inspira. O milénio está sempre presente, ao seu lado, na conquista de novos desafios. Juntos partilhamos a paixão pelo futuro. Milênio, aqui consigo.
And here we are. This is the second half of the 15th heat. And it still is the same in terms of positioning. Justin Becqueret is on the lead. Teva is now second. That happened before the break. Francisco Amado in third. He needs a 2.7, so nothing special. Ido Arcan is looks a bit less in harmony, but here he goes.
Wow!
Nice turn to finish.
Can he
off.
make it? Oh, he got swallowed by the wave. That last turn was massive there. As we see live action, just bang! Oof, that turn was huge. We could see there's a huge white water coming against him, and he said, no, my friend, I'm going to eat you as hard as I can.
Yeah.
And he did such a good job on with that much of speed, making that turn happen. Look at this. Bang!
Yeah, very strong turn. And it's amazing, like, surfers can actually be in competition when most people wouldn't ever be allowed to even get close to the sea, and that never stops to amaze me, actually.
Okay. Do you reckon that's going to be the best score of the heat so far, then?
That turn from Justin?
I want to put you on the spotlight. I want to know your analysis.
The best turn. No, actually, I prefer the other one. The 6.5, because I think there was more risk there. Because that was a turn on the white water, and although that's very hard, it's going to be, in my opinion, less. What about you?
I think it's going to be less. That's for sure. I was just like testing your analysis. I feel like you're
5.27.
You're on point with that one. It's a 5.27, but not the best wave of the heat. So Zé, you were right. It's great to actually know the info that you add to the table when it comes out to scores. I feel like sometimes I don't put you too much on the spotlight, but it's important to do.
You can.
Quick question for you, Zé. 3 stops of the tour you take out, 3 stops of the tour you put in. World Tour.
So I'll take out Margaret River, Sunset, and Brazil, and I would put in Desert Point. I would put in
Guinche?
No. No.
9 minutes to go as we see live action now. I'm gonna hold that thought because Green is smashing this wave. Nice carve off the top. Wave just disappears. Francisco Queimado in a tough position with 8 minutes to go. He only needs a 2.74, so not much. We know he can do it, so hopefully he gets another opportunity. Teva with that 5 and not really a backup until now, but this was last wave of Francisco. He will better that 0.5, that's for sure. So this score hasn't yet been.
Yeah, but it's a serious attack to that second place. He only needs a
2.307, so it's enough. Francisco Queimado jumps into second. Now Teva is third, needs a 2.94. So basically a 3, and Ido Arquim stays still in fourth, needing a 5.57. So what's the next 2 stops you put in on the calendar?
So
as we see live
Arica?
action, sorry, is a nice snap off the top by Teva. He waits for the wave to build up again. Let's see if he has another section here on the inside. Another carve, and he opted out. So a bit of a longer wave with 2 carves, but he's doing a sign to the beach. So I think Teva, I don't know if
maybe he wants to change board, but that looked like a good turn. We'll get that to you in a minute. We couldn't actually see it, but it looked like
a really good turn to me
yeah.
as well. So Justin on a really good rhythm. I don't know why they are all doing a wave and actually going towards the beach after the wave. Bang! That's a massive turn by Justin again. Justin looks like he identified the sweet spot on the lineup, and he's been catching these double uprights for a while now. So there we can see Francisco Queimado getting caught a bit on the inside. And what's the next 2 stops you put on tours, eh? Desert Point and...
Desert Point, Arica, in Chile. Because that's like, that was a hardcore for the search. That was heavy for me. And maybe Baja de la Cruz again in Mexico. Although, you know, it's not easy for those waves to be perfect for a 10-day window. But yeah, I think those 3, Indonesia has to be like, or you know, maybe, yeah, maybe Macarones instead of Desert Point, but something like that.
As you see the replays, eh?
Nice first turn, a bit flat though, but he wants to finish this off strong. That was better on the rail, and he's looking for a 294. He doesn't need nothing big, so he's just surfing smart and making the right decisions. Let's see what the judges think of that. What about you, Sheik? Three stops you'd take, 3 stops you'd put in.
Well, the ones you took are the ones I would take as well out. The ones I would put in is... let me think for a minute, and I give you that information.
Okay, you can give me that information later.
Okay. 5 minutes to go. Tev Bushkua score is being dialed by the judges.
It's going to be close.
And it's going to be super close.
2.94. We're deciding some of these heats, that's the thing. They'll be decided with small scores, because it's really hard to find those good waves.
I think it's right there.
Yeah, it is going to be a nail biter.
And for Francisco means a bit more work, probably. You'll need something around the 3 range if that happens. So,
oof, it is really going to be scored. It's a 293, so for 0.01, he didn't go to second place, and this is what happened in this heat so far. This is Francisco Queimado's best wave. 2 nice turns on something that looked like a closeout. Then we had Justin Pacré. He's leading this heat and doing very well. So this is his best turn so far, 6.5, and this is his second best wave, a 5.27. Beautiful turn, a bit of whip in all that white water, and this is what we have. Challenging conditions, Sheik, but still surfable.
Yeah, it's surfable. Justin is taking away this heat win. I feel like
do you have that information?
Which one? The one of the stops?
Yeah.
Well, I would love to see Trestles in.
Trestles is in.
I know it's in, but on the with everyone.
No, but that doesn't count, Sheik. You have to choose a new one.
Okay, G-Land is in.
G-Land was already in, but yeah.
Like,
okay.
I would love to see Fiji all the time in.
Okay.
Fiji, I feel like it's amazing.
But Fiji's all the time, Sheik. You have to search, you have to be original. Don't play like the guy that's, you know.
I'm saying the stops I love.
But look, right now we have this stop from Teva. This looks like a really good wave, and yeah, this will do. I think Teva now will go to second place, and with 2 minutes 50, Francisco, he's going to have to work a bit.
Yeah, I feel like now it's gonna be the score. I don't feel like Francisco is gonna dodge another bullet on this one. 293 was the last one. I think this one will probably go into the 5 and 6s range. It was a really well served wave by Teva.
Yeah.
Nice first carve, tight in the pocket, winds up again. I love the patient bang, tight in the pocket. So it looks confident with 2 minutes to go, surfing like that on conditions like this. It looked really calm. So he knows what he needs to do to make the score, 4-2-7. So now Francisco came out in third, needing a 4-4-1. So basically, with conditions like this, that means a big turn.
Exactly.
A big turn, and he can do a 4-4-1. So let's see what Francisco can do on this last minute and 50 seconds remaining. A lot of rain right now. It doesn't stop, actually. So
Chico, again, 3 spots.
Well,
you have 0 so far.
Yeah, I have 0 so far because I wasn't thinking about it. Because if I stop talking to think about it,
what was your favorite
surf
trip, for instance?
My favorite surf trip ever was Desert Point. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I didn't want to say this all the same stuff that you said. That's not original. And if I say everything that you said, it's just weird. With 1 minute to go.
It's not weird.
1 minute to go. Teva.
Yeah,
jumps into second. So Francisco now needing 4-4-1, and Ido having a shocker with only 2 waves, counting a 2-5 and a 2-3-3. So he needs to really do something amazing right now to get that 6.9. But Francisco came out with a really attainable number with 37 seconds to go. He needs to catch something in the middle of the storm. Hopefully he finds a gem. Hopefully not for Teva. And yeah, close eat, Zé.
Yeah, really hard conditions. And it's not even like surfers can say, oh, we were so unlucky, we surfed the worst day. No, conditions will pretty much be challenging for the whole waiting period. So you just have to get used to it and adapt, as we have Justin Becret on his little victory lap. 11.77, so nice score for him in a day like today. That's I would say the double digits combined score for today is a good result, even if it's 10. And yeah, we'll have the next heat, which will be the last heat of the day. But you can see the official scores here. Justine and Teva advance, Francisco and Nido go home, and we will go to a quick break, and we'll get back to close the day. See you in a bit.
It's good to try, even when something seems to make little sense. Put your weight on it. Make an impact in this world. Call everyone, set ambitious goals, and ask yourself, do you want to change surfing? Dare to test. Ride the future.
Na vida, há sempre algo que nos inspira. O milénio está sempre presente, ao seu lado, na conquista de novos desafios. Juntos, partilhamos a paixão pelo futuro. Milénio, aqui consigo.
Welcome back to Costa de Caparica. We're here in the middle of a huge storm, but the action continues. We have an amazing hit on our hands. Charlie Kivron from France, Adura Madrian from the Euskadi Basque Country, Patrick Longdon Dark from the Wales, and Hali Batista, the Brazilian surfer that is living in Portugal, Chico. My name is Felipe Gervis. I'm here with Chico by Chico, Francisco Alves. Your famous beach break is still delivering, even though it's a huge storm. The surfers are actually managing to get some scores and some turns done.
Well, you know, in Costa every time there's reforms. You know,
that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
It can be like 15-foot Nazareth. You come here and there's reforms for you to surf.
Yeah, like 6-foot reforms.
Yeah, like 6-foot reforms would be nice. But yeah, it looks like now with the tide like coming in,
so hard.
Looks really hard to make it out again. But this was doing the break flip.
Yeah, 6.17, huge turn by Adura Matrian. You can see how hard it is for the filmmakers to actually get those angles. We also had this big turn by Hali Batista. The score will go a little... Oh, another one. Just going over the foam on that one and exploding on that finishing turn. So Hali Batista finding a little bit of a gem in the middle of this huge storm. Look at this. It's not easy for anyone. It's not easy for the surfers. It's not easy for the cameramans. It's not easy. Well, for us, it's pretty easy, Chico. We're here. We're warm. And we're just dealing and looking at these harsh conditions. But you know what? 6.17 for Adura Matrian's first wave. And it looks like it's going to be a point shorter than Adur's wave. Hali Batista, the first wave, 5.17.
I thought Ali's wave and Adur's wave could be a bit closer, in my opinion. I think Ali's wave was really well surfed. He actually connected three turns in the row.
Exactly.
And on the last like one, he blew the fins out. So nice start for both of them. Charlie Kivron, always a standout on the European scene. He's been around for quite a long time now. Always doing some really good surfing. And someone that is happy and performed really well is the winner of the last heat that is standing by with Claudia Pinto, Justine Becret.
We're here with Justin, the winner of the last heat.
Yes, hello.
How was it?
Well, it was tough. Felt like a bit like home in the winter, so it was all right. I was happy to make the heat with my friend Teva. Ended up both making it in the end, so it's great.
Very chilled approach. Do you think that was the trick to make it?
Well, you just gotta go with the ocean, you know. Take your chances and hope for the best once you take off. So yeah, take what I could and ended up being good enough. So yeah, super happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Really chilled approach by Justin. It looks really calm and connected to the town. It's not his first time in Costa Caparica. Probably, I don't know how many times Justin has been traveling to Costa Caparica to compete on the QS, but for a long time now. So he knows this place. He feels comfortable here. And with 24 minutes to go, Philippe, Patrick Langdon Dak hasn't found a wave.
Yeah, and even Charlie started off with a 1.10. Charlie is actually in the second place of the rankings, so he's looking good for the qualifying to the Challenger Series, which will be pretty amazing for him as well. He has been, yeah. Unfortunately for Patrick, he's struggling a little bit to find his rhythm, but there's still 23 minutes remaining on this heat. You can see how much rain it is right now.
It looks tough. I think we should invent like a new prize money for the cameramen for this event, because they are
the
under
heroes,
the rain.
honestly. Yeah,
they are the heroes. They are giving you guys the best info about what is happening full time under the rain. So
they spent like yesterday they spent like 11 hours on the rain and on the cold, and it's not easy. And today it's going to be a little shorter of a day, but still, It's raining a lot more than yesterday, and
can we get a shot of one of them? I love the one. I love the shot we had yesterday. And this is the tour from Adur, another one. So a bit late into that one. I don't think it's going to be as high as the 617. So 3.5 for Adur for that last one. That's a backup, but it's not his best. As we see Ale on a good-looking wave flip.
Yeah, looking at this right-hander, he knows he needs to do something big. Nice first off the top. He goes around the section. He misses off a little bit of an opportunity there. Goes around the section. Nice cut back. Just waiting for the wave to wall up. Waiting and waiting, and he's going to hit it one more time. Hali, what do you think about these very bright-colored surfboards on days like this? We know that the Brazilians are known to put out their boards that actually get the eye of the judges, Siku, and in between all this rain, you can definitely see this board, huh?
Well, I think it was not intended to this comp in particular.
If he wins, we're going to ask him.
Yeah, but I think he had this board for a long time now. Ali, I spoke with him yesterday, and he said, well, I've got this board here. I'm really stoked about it. Like, I've surfed on these conditions with it, and it feels great. So this is green. Patrick standing up on his first wave, not finding really anything on that one. So Holly here with a nice solid hit, starting off strong. So I think Holly is going to go into the lead with that last one. Yep, 4.67. So Holly is in the lead. Adur second, needing a 3.67. Charlie and Patrick trying to find their rhythm out there, Flip.
Yeah, it's not easy. We have been dealing with some rough conditions since the day started, but you know what? We already saw some nice waves and some big turns, and that's exactly what we are expecting from these surfers. Charlie, we expect fireworks from him. Obviously, it's never easy to find a good one out there. He's looking at something, decides not to go. He has the first priority. He needs an 8.57 to go to second, but he still has only a 1.10 and 0.5. So as we see the surfers trying to find those double ups and those little walls, Sheik, that allow you to explode on the leap or even maybe get a couple turns done. As we see Charlie up and riding.
Bang. Big turn off the top there. Probably another one done there as we try to see what happened there on the right as well. What's the size of the waves on the outside, Philippe, right now?
Well, it's, yeah, the forecast.
What's the size? Give me a proper size.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know because I didn't almost.
Around what?
It's like 2 to 3 meters outside on
Hawaiian ones?
Nah, not really. Oh, that's a huge floater by Patrick. We know that he's really capable of landing those turns. Unfortunately for him, goes down. But Charlie, combination of two nice turns. That's got to be a better way for Charlie Quivron. It's not easy to find a wave that allows you to go for two big turns, and that's exactly what Charlie did. And unfortunately for Patrick, he fell on that huge turn. That could have been a really big score. I don't know, Sheik. I don't know how big it is because it's so stormy that sometimes it gets harder to see the proper size of the waves. You just see a lot of whitewash in the outside.
I've got a good question for you. 3 stops of the tour out, 3 stops of the tour in. I'm going to let you think for a minute. With 19 minutes to go, Felipe is going to hold that thought and think about those stops. I think we've got a heat on our hands, seriously. Charlie is going to post the best score of the heat, in my opinion. Unfortunately, Patrick almost landed that massive turn. If it did, it would be a really tight hit because all of them doing solid waves. And I don't know if the thinking of Zefler of the double digits would work on this one because they look all on fire on this one. So I think it's going to be a really close heat until the end. As we see live action again, Blue Adur coming off the bottom, bang, big snap off the top, and another one. Can he make it? Yes, of course he does. He's so consistent. He doesn't fall.
Yeah, he's known.
He doesn't
for,
like to fall. He's
yeah.
like, I'm against falling.
He's known for that. He's known for landing every single turn, and he's one of those surfers that they have the really low center of gravity, so it's a bit harder for them to fall. But you know what? You still need to have the technique and the consistency to be able not to fall on those turns. As we see here, on a weird-looking wave, he can actually manage to do some 2 strong and powerful turns. So that's got to be a pretty good score for Adur. He might improve on that 3.5. And I think I have your answer, Sheik. Let's just check these backside turns. Nice first one, and this one, even though it's only on the foam, it goes up and over the whitewash and pushes that back foot to blow the tail. So that's a proper nice wave for Adur. And we also had this huge, big insider for Hali.
That wave looked huge and really hollow. So nice job there by Ali Batista to make this one count. Will he improve on the 467 flip?
I don't think so. The first turn was a bit soft, and the second one he ended up getting caught and even dropped his back on a little bit of a layback in there.
I actually think he will. I think this was better than his 467. Adur with this last one, he will improve. That's for sure. And yeah, just give me your quick answer. 3 out, 3 in.
Okay, 3 out. I'm gonna say Margaret out. Margaret out. Margaret River out. I'm gonna say.
You said it 3 times. You don't really like that one.
I'm gonna say Margaret River out. Sunset Beach out, and because of the lack of sometimes.
Are you flying to Hawaii anytime soon? Not really.
You ask me, I'm just answering. And the other one, I would say probably Brazil.
If you see live action.
As we see
Patrick. A big one. Just late into that last section, unfortunately. And a bit of a fall.
Yep, a little bit of a fall by Patrick Langland Dark, and
just keep going. We are with you.
All right. So I'm gonna say Margaret River, Sunset Beach, and Rio de Janeiro, probably not because of the people. It's an amazing event, but
just hold that thought. Now we've got 15 minutes to go. A lot more action. Philippe is going to tell you after the break what's the next new 3 stops we're going to have. For more action like this, stay tuned for more Caparica Surf Fest 2024.
It's good to try, even when something seems to make little sense. Put your weight on it. Make an impact in this world. Call everyone, set ambitious goals, and ask yourself, do you want to change surfing? Dare to test. Ride the future.
Na vida, há sempre algo que nos inspira. O milénio está sempre presente, ao seu lado, na conquista de novos desafios. Juntos, partilhamos a paixão pelo futuro. Milénio, aqui consigo.
Welcome back to more Caparica Surf Fest 2024. 14 minutes to go. Adur leading this one. Ale in second. Not improving, Philippe. You were right. 4.47 for the last one of Ale Batista. In the lead, Adur, second Ale, and 6.13 for Charlie Quivron. So Charlie Quivron only needing a 3.71 with 13 minutes to go. We got to think he's going to make that happen, Philippe.
Yeah, it still has a lot of time, so it just needs to find a little bit of a wave, and that allows him to attack the leap. We already saw that sometimes just that big one turn on the outside is enough to get the scores, the big scores, but he doesn't even need a big score. He needs a 3.71. So, but I'm pretty sure he's looking forward to get the first place, not only the second. So he wants to make sure he gets through this heat.
The 3 stops we were talking about, in, flip, quick.
In, I'm gonna say somewhere in Indonesia, probably macaronis, because we need lefts. We definitely
You
need lefts.
know, when I was young, I had a friend that really loved to copy all my exams, and I feel like you're sitting next to Zé Ferreira.
I was
had a
not
friend,
even.
I had a friend.
was not even listening to what you were
exams.
saying.
I had math exams.
So
and
I'm
I
gonna-
used to have a double check on my mate's desk, and I just feel like you're watching Zé Ferreira's exam. As we see live action, Charlie Quiveron.
Look at the size of this
Wow.
wave. Huge.
Man,
Oh
no way.
Kind of drifted
I
down.
almost I thought he was gonna get so barreled.
It kind of looked like, it.
That wave looked like, I don't know, a mix
feels
of
like-
backdoor with, I don't know, with bells. It had everything. The start, like the double up. Look at this. Nice bottom turn. Look at the wall.
What happened here, Chico?
Wow, just poked the nose.
It actually drifted fins a little bit too much, as you can see, and he's going to catch
the
the
size
front
of this
rail.
wave.
See, the front rail, it's just, he got caught up a little bit in there on that outside rail. Unfortunately for him, that could have been a huge score. But he still has time to regroup, and still has time to make sure he gets the second wave, because he needs to improve on a 1.13. I'm gonna try and let you know about 2 other stops. I would love to have Snapper back on the tour. Yeah, it's such a high performance wave. It's really fun. And last, let me think about it.
I gave you.
I'll go for
like
another wave.
I gave you like proper 24 minutes to think about 3 stops you had to the tour.
I'm gonna go
with like
for
thousands of waves, and you need to copy one from Zé Ferreira. The other one is the one that already existed.
Macaronis.
Give me something new.
I'm gonna
Just give
say
me something new.
one of those lefts in Peru, because
A left in Peru. Peru
Yeah, I'm not gonna
is
say-
like a country. Just give me a left in Peru. One of those. Like,
You've never
doesn't
been
matter
there.
the-
You've never been there.
I've been in Peru.
We
Just give me a
already-
left in Peru.
Me and Jose already been there, and we surfed one
It's
of the
not
best.
Zé anymore. He's
We
Jose now.
surfed one of the best left-handers I've ever surfed in my
Our
life.
grandparent is on the studio.
I'm
Jose.
gonna keep on saying, and
Some
I do
lefts in
remember the
Peru.
name of that left. It's called Ponta Vieja.
I'm talking with you. Why are you speaking with Zé?
Punta Vieja in Peru would be a really good stop on tour. Yeah.
Okay, Ponta.
I'm not gonna repeat. You're
Okay.
not listening to me. I don't care.
Ponta Vieira.
The good one supposedly is Punta Blanca. I
Punta
think it's
Blanca.
the best left-hander. Cabo Blanco, it's one of the best left-handers in the world. So I'll put that on the tour. As we see a tour.
Wow, someone that wants to be on the tour is this guy right here, and he performed really well on one of the stops. He said it should be back, which was the Gold
Snapper
Coast.
there, Snapper Rocks.
Yep,
That's
he
true.
started off the Challenger Series in a big way on the first stop of the Challenger Series.
Which ones do you have to tell me? Because I wasn't listening. Which ones do you throw away and decide to put? As you see, Charlie on a bit of a mistake again.
I didn't play that game.
But you are now.
No, I don't want to play that game. I want to pay attention to what's happening live right now, because it's going crazy. Look at this. Winds up off the bottom, and a bit late, but he was able to actually, with the lack of speed he had, to perform really well on that snap. So I don't think he will improve on his scoreline. It's a 3. But Charlie Quiveron needs that 3.71 that you said. There's plenty of time, Philippe. What's happening?
Yeah, it's still 9 minutes, and look at the size of the waves.
Getting big on the inside, right?
It looks like it. Yeah.
What's the size on the inside? I asked you the size on the outside. I want to know.
Usually, yeah, it normally is like half the size, but because of the tide is getting so high, it's just gonna, those wash throughs coming from the outside will come in on the inside as well.
So with the tide coming in, the
it's
size
gonna
of the waves.
It's gonna get bigger, yeah.
Yeah, like yesterday we saw like in the morning like 2 to 3 foot waves.
And big already
and
on the outside.
And how do you think surfers readjust their equipment?
Yeah, I think.
High tide 6.6.
It's a lot
low
of water
tide
moving.
5.11.
Yeah, a lot of water moving. Right now, I would choose a step up definitely, because you can see it's powerful. There's a lot of water moving, and just gives you that little bit of that safeness that you need surfing on those kind of waves. So I would go for a step up today. But you know what? Every surfer knows himself and decides what they should ride. It's not easy. What would you do? You would be surfing with your 6'4" red.
Wow, I think if you want to see big turns in a meaty section, I would go with a bit of a...
That red 6'4" shaped by someone I don't remember, but you used to use a lot. Eric Karakawa.
And was my dad's board.
Really?
Yeah, that board is from my dad.
You actually surfed really well on some bigger conditions on that wave, on that board, because I actually remember. And you actually you won a stop in Costa de Caparica with conditions very similar to this. What size were you wearing? What size of board were you surfing with?
I was with the step up as well, but there's one thing that I won in a condition like this because everyone got lost.
It was so difficult during the weekend.
I didn't outperform no one. They just
who was
lost
the final
every time.
against? To Kikas, right?
I beat Zé Ferreira, you know him? Zé Ferreira, he got comboed.
Our colleague.
Vasco as well, you know that guy? Vasco Ribeiro and Frederico Moraes. All of them in the same day, so it was like a buffet of...
of big names. You throw away big names.
Kinda. I don't know. What do you want to say about big names?
It is. Kikas
No, that day
name.
felt like normal names, you know, like they were like kind of like just wind names.
You were feeling it. I remember I was on the beach in the morning and I remember how big it was, and you actually was really close to this, and you surfed really well.
It was really hard though. It was big. Was kind of like this. So
a lot of work.
So
as you can
3 stops
see.
I'll take out after this. I'm gonna tell you. Nice long bottom turn and the wave disappears.
Yeah.
The wave, that one disappeared. So he needs that
Bit
371
frustrating,
feel.
eh? Bit
3
frustrating.
stops out. I'll take out Pipe, Chopes, and Niche. I'll put in Nazaré, Antietam Beach, and Mundaka. I'm kidding.
I'm not even comment. I don't have any comments on that. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Costa should be on tour as well.
It is. It is on the regionals. It is, and that's that's pretty important. As we see, finally, Charlie Quivron up and riding. Nice first carving, and trying to go for the finishing turn. And now the carving just releasing the tail on that one. We haven't been seeing a lot of those radical maneuvers with these kind of conditions, so a little point of difference by Charlie. That should be enough to put him in the second place, Chico?
Well, I think it's going to be close. What do you reckon? Look at this one.
I think it's
nice bottom turn.
Medium-sized wave, nice first carve, and putting a little extra effort on this one. Just check out the fins on that one. Just
I'm going to say
throw
yes.
the tail.
What do you reckon?
I think he's gonna at least he's gonna go to attacking that second position. As we see Langdon Dark, first snap. Now the wave gets really whitewashy. Unfortunately for him, it goes down. But yeah, still waiting on scores of Charlie. Is that gonna be enough to put him in the second place? He has been struggling to find a good one for the last 25 minutes. He already has a 6.13, second best wave of the heat so far. But he has been struggling to find that backup. I think this is gonna be it right now. Still waiting for scores. The scores are slowly being dropped, and Chico,
483, it's enough.
More than enough. 10.96 of total score. He's still in the second place with Adur Amatrian in the first place with 11.44 of total score. Hali Batista now dropping to third place with the first priority. It needs a 5.8. Chico, is it easy to find a 5.8 on these conditions?
I don't know, but if there's someone that can do it, it's Ali Batista.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like once he gets into this danger mode, he can just throw a huge air and make the score. So Ali Batista sits in third as we see the recap flip.
Yeah, Adur Amatrian has been on fire since the beginning of the heat with his first huge turn out the back. Best wave of the heat, 6.17. And we saw there a little battle with Charlie Quivron. But this wave of Hali Batista absolutely smashing it. Nice floater coming around the section. He's going to finish this one off. A 5.17. Chico thought it could have been a little higher on that one. Looking at the replay, also now I feel like he could have gone a little bit higher as well, but here, this is the second wave of Ali Batista, 4.67. Nice first turn, coming a lot of airtime on that first turn, coming around the section. Second cutback, waiting for the wave to pull up to finish it off. He's gonna do one more tag here on the foam just to finish it off. Go around the. He's gonna go for the wrap around. This is this was the recap. The situation changed after that. So Charlie Kivron is now in the second place. It's not Hali Batista, but Hali with 3 minutes remaining with the priority. Try to find the 5.8. It's not gonna be easy, but he still has time. He needs to make sure he goes on something. As we see Patrick Langdon Dark on a huge meaty section. He hits it, a little bit of airtime coming down from that one. He still has time to try and find the second wave, so he's not completely out of it. What do you think about this turn?
That turn was really, really good. As you said, he's not completely out of this one. You can turn 8 around with basically 2 big maneuvers. That one was one. He needs another one, that's for certain, but because I don't think that's going to be a 8.63, but look at this flip. Bang.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of time to attack that leap. He did really, really well. That section was really big and hollow. It's a 4.33, so that kind of puts him in the mix. He now is looking for a 6.63. We know that he loves to go for those huge, big turns on those hollow sections. And who loves a big turn also is Hali Batista. Unfortunately, he only has 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining to make sure he gets a wave to get a 5.8.
Yeah, 1 minute 45 seconds. Adur well and truly in the lead. Charlie second with that last 4.83. Hali, can he do a big air and turn this heat around? If there's someone that can do it, it's Hali Batista and Patrick Langdon Dark. Will he have time to catch another wave? Let's see what happens in the last minute and 20 seconds remaining. Today it's going to be it. So this is going to be the last hit of the day, the end of the round of 64. We're going to wrap up this round and we're going to be calling
the rest of the day off.
The rest of the day off. We're going to have a new call for tomorrow. With 1 minute to go, can Hali Batista catch another one flip?
It looks pretty calm. He's not moving too much, which means he's probably trying to look for something very specific, because he's not repositioning himself. And you can see sometimes when you're with 40 seconds remaining, you need to be trying paddling for anything. You just lost the priority there, but this guy, he's gonna a little bit of an in and out for Adur. He doesn't need the score. He's in the first place, safe. He's probably coming in, not really. As we see Charlie looking at that one, he didn't want to risk it because Hali was also looking at it. And that right-hander looked pretty good at a huge finishing turn section. So well done by Charlie, just trying to make sure Hali doesn't go on anything and try to make sure he doesn't make a mistake, because if he went on that wave, as we see, this is it, Chico, 5.8. What do you think about this wave? Is it gonna show something? He goes for a little bit of an air. Is that enough?
Well, I don't think so. The section wasn't really there, but congrats to Hali Batista. What a great performance by him. I think he served really well on this heat. Unfortunately, he lost, but the man himself, Adur Amatrian, takes the heat win, so he advances. In second, Charlie Kivron. In third, Hali Batista. And in fourth, Patrick Langdon Dark. So this is it for the day, Flip. Now, tomorrow we have a new call for the start of the event. So the man himself walking up the beach, stoked with his performance. He advanced, looked really composed, Flip, right?
Yeah, very nice result by Adur and Charlie Kivron. They on to the next round. A little bit of a fair play there. I think they're going to be pretty happy with that one. It's never easy to surf these kind of conditions. And yeah, unfortunately for Hali and Patrick, they're eliminated. They're going home. This is it. Look at the conditions, guys. We're going to call it off for the rest of the day. It's just not that easy. So stay with us. We're probably going to run a little bit of a post show right after the commercial break. And yeah, stay with us. We're gonna show you the best moments of this contest of the day so far, Chico, and yeah, looking forward to it and looking forward for the rest of the contest. We'll be right back right after this commercial.
Na vida, há sempre algo que nos inspira. O milénio está sempre presente, ao seu lado, na conquista de novos desafios. Juntos, partilhamos a paixão pelo futuro. Milénio, aqui consigo.
It's good to try, even when something seems to make little sense. Put your weight on it. Make an impact in this world. Call everyone, set ambitious goals, and ask yourself, do you want to change surfing? Dare to test. Ride the future.
The sights and sounds that give us pleasure. The torrential rain lashing our structure here at Costa de Caparica, and a brutal, howling, whipping westerly gale lashing in from the Atlantic. There's anger out there, there's vengeance, and it's being visited upon us here on the Costa de Caparica. But you know what? We don't mind. We're having fun anyway. Someone else who did, his name's Ardur Amatreyan. He won his last heat. Let's go and hear from him.
Closing the day with his win. How was it?
Oh, it feels good to get a first round win and first hit of the event for me. So sometimes it's tough to get it started, but good. Conditions were super tough, but I'm happy to make it.
You're just telling me how it looks completely different from the outside as you're out there. How is it actually?
Yeah, I was watching some hits live with my dad from the apartment, and I was like, okay, there's a few waves, doesn't look too windy. And as soon as I came to the beach, like the wind was on my face. It was huge out there, and it was completely different. But I managed to get some waves, and I made it.
Now time to get ready for the next round. How are you gonna get prepared?
Yeah, first thing I'm gonna rest because this hit was very tiring. So after I rest, I'm ready for the next round.
So everyone's ready to sleep well tonight. Back to you.
Thanks, Claudia. Yeah, look at those numbers for Ardur, 11.44. That's pretty solid in any kind of conditions. Well done to him. Impressive. Your thoughts? I'm just going to ask for one word, actually. A word to sum up the day. Let's get to you first, Chico.
Intense.
I like it. Yeah, good.
You asked me one.
Yeah,
right?
that's enough. Thanks. Stop.
I'm gonna say I don't know if it's not a one word.
Right,
Hard work.
so-
Come on,
Hard work.
It's not gonna work then, mate.
Chaotic. Okay.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I like those. Great,
He likes to copy things.
great words from those two. Should we get into the forecast? We're going to get into the forecast? Let's roll that. Let's have a look, see what's coming at us. This is what we got. Oh, we got 5 meters and massive winds. Whew.
It's not gonna be easy, that's for sure. It looks pretty big, but we've been watching some not very nice conditions, but some contestable conditions on the inside, and those reforms and double ups. I think it's gonna be the recipe for the rest of the contest. It's gonna be big, it's gonna be windy, it's gonna be rainy, but it is what it is. The contest needs to go on, and yeah, it looks tough, Chico, but it's rippable and surfable, and we already saw some nice scores, so why not keep on going?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be tough, but if you want to make it and be on the challengers, it's not going to be easy. So just another testament for our surfers, and I feel like we're going to have some good reforms all week. So
Tell you what, it's also quite a good day for, apart from surfing. If you've had some bad news or you're a bit sad, like things are going wrong in your life, you just go for sort of a lonely walk on the promenade. And just let it all, let it all out. Like, let's have it out. You know, you have it out with the universe. You know, you sort of thrash it out.
you actually went more for a run along, right?
Did you need?
Do you need
It wasn't
something?
raining there.
Do you want to tell us something?
It wasn't raining there.
Oh,
It was actually,
we are
it
here,
was
okay?
actually sunny.
We are here, Paul.
Yeah, you have it out at the universe. You get wet. You come back. You run a nice bath. Maybe get a couple of scented candles. Have a cup of tea, and then afterwards you feel great. You text some of your friends and maybe arrange something cool to do. Go to the cinema, see a movie, go bowling. Something
Go
like that.
bowling?
Get a nice
Oh.
meal. What do you think?
Sounds great.
Does that sound all right?
Yeah.
I got news. We're not going to be here tomorrow. We're out. We're done. Thursday, we're off. It's going to be windier than today, if you believe that. So we ain't here tomorrow. We'll maybe hit the Algarve, you guys. I don't know. Go check Cadiz. Maybe some waves down there. We're going to go somewhere and find some waves. We're going to come back on Friday, an early call. Let's try 6:30. Call for a possible 7 o'clock start.
Let's do it. 5 a.m.
do that?
for us.
Is that cool?
Yeah, it's perfect. That's what we did
perfect.
yesterday. That's what we did yesterday, and that's what's going to happen Friday. We're not going to be here tomorrow, but still, Friday the contest was on.
Whoever's tuning into this, you're the best of the best, the most hardcore of surf fans in the universe. So well done to you guys. We'll look forward to the pleasure of your company. WorldSurfLeague.com, Friday morning, 6:30 call, 7 o'clock start. We'll say bye for now. Deja.
Teja.
We're live from the Caparica Surf Fest. Yeah, there's a bit of rain out there. There's a bit of weather. The Atlantic's been busy. But you know what? We don't care. We're not scared. Let's go. Iola getting busy early.
Bango. Nice 2-turn combo. Bang! Huge. Spraying buckets of water. That turn was really vertical.
Look at this, heavy. Afonso, nice one, confident. Nice turn from Francisco Matt.
Wow.
Nice. Teva Bushova. Beautiful turn. Oh, another one.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.